Next item is number 25, an application for a certificate of appropriateness in the Borough of Manhattan, docket number 15-4151, block 597, lot 61, 3 Rutherford Place in the Stuyvesant Square Historic District, a row house built circa 1854 and altered in the early 20th century. Application is to construct a rooftop addition, alter the rear facade, and reconstruct the front facade. Zoned R7B.
Okay, good afternoon, Commissioners. Charlie Vaughn with Preservation Staff. This is an application for work at 3 Rutherford Place, which is located between East 16th Street and East 17th Street, facing onto Stuyvesant Square Park. This photograph is the existing condition of the building. The building was stripped, and the facade was stripped and altered in the early 20th century. There is a small one-story extension at the basement level. This application has several components. The proposal includes reconstructing the primary facade to match the historic condition based on historic photographs. The one-story extension will be removed and the facade reconstructed in cast stone. Other restorative work includes restoring the straight-run stoop, the door and window surrounds, window replacement, the installation of ironwork at the areaway and parlor floor, and the installation of a metal cornice. The applicants are also proposing to alter the rear facade. The dotted line in this axon drawing shows the existing building volumes. They're proposing to remove a portion of the rear extension from the 2nd to the 4th floor to this area here, and the rooftop addition is non-visible. And the architect Keith Strand is here to discuss the proposal.
Good afternoon. Pretty much what Carly went over, the historic photos we've located in order to replicate the balustrades in the area. We found other railings, balcony railings such as this. This photograph of the corner building is the original cornice that we're going to duplicate. The original building is actually to this point. There were horizontal extensions of the building in the early 20th century, we believe. What that resulted in is a 10-foot yard, and one of the reasons we're proposing pulling this back is to gain a little more light in that rear yard area. There's also a fire escape on the rear, which would be taken off as part of that work. There's a small view slot from 17th Street shown here. This is an inserted rendering of what the change would entail looking down that view slot. These are plans of the existing. These 3 levels would remain the same. At this point, we would pull off that section of the rear, and that would be off on these other levels, resulting in this rooftop, and that's the rooftop relocation of floor area that we're proposing. This is the proposed stoop based on the photos that we found, the areaway, some of the other details. The front windows would be weights and chains, painted wood windows in the patterns that we found on historic photos. The rear side windows would be clad wood windows. And that's
Okay. What's the roof made of at the new slope roof where you have those 3 skylights in the back?
actually we're slate.
Is there a gutter and leader, or?
We most likely we will have a gutter, because it's about, I think it's ended up being about 5 feet. We have an existing area drain.
The back wall is brick?
We would redo it. It's brick now. We would redo it. Our new areas would also be brick plan.
Okay, yes.
The railing, so you only have a railing on the top part right now, because it looks like on your exometric that there's something.
We,
Oh, is that the rear? That's the rear.
we have to have railings. The firemen want to get up and over these pop-ups now, so we have to have a fireman railing there.
Fireman.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
wait a minute.
they don't fall off.
Yep.
I've seen it
Yeah,
around.
the access, they need to be able to get their ladder up to the front of the building,
Yep.
and they want to be able to get
Okay, thank you. Good testimony. Barbara?
Barbara Zay of the Historic Districts Council. HDC fears that the rooftop addition will in actuality be more visible than shown in the presentation, especially from the park, which would be an inappropriate intervention. We also ask that the applicant consult historic photographs and other documentation, as well as work carefully with the staff to ensure that the cornice is detailed properly. Thanks.
Okay, Community Board, what number is this? Community Board 6, unanimously, 41-0. Full board recommends approval of the application. Anyone else? Anything else to say in response?
Just in terms of visibility, we went not just into the park, but the Second Avenue. It's not visible. The parapet is very high, and the roof pitches significantly. At this point, we're going to drop it down. So at the beginning of our lower floor, there is about 6 feet below the parapet, and we're 30 feet back. So it is
Okay, okay.
What's the height of the new penthouse? No?
Fred, discussion, please.
Yeah, this is laudable. I mean, this is taking a strip building and putting it back to some degree of what it might have been like, if not exactly. So I think the front is really going to be a big improvement in the district and to this house as well. The rear, although I think the proportions of the windows and all are not historic, and nor are they modern, but nor can they be seen by anybody. So I guess I'm prepared to just let them go. So the roof and the back are fine.
Michael? Okay,
I agree. I would just ask that the applicant work with staff to get the details on the drawings correct, including the roof at the back, the gutter, if there's any kind of trim at the top there, the way the window openings are created in the new rear wall. I think that the applicant could work with the staff to improve the proportions of those windows and try to make them a little more historic, all at staff level.
okay, Marjorie.
Yeah, you know, it's thrilling, the front facade work, that's terrific.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry that the heart that went into the front facade didn't go into the rear and on the little rooftop addition. It's very extremely pedestrian, and I wish that there was more love in there, but it's, you know, can't see it and all that, but I wish there was love.
Okay,
I think that the front restoration is great, and I think that the rear is fine, and, you know, there'll be changes in it in the future, no doubt. Surprised to see new designs someday, so I think it's fine. I don't have any problem with it, so.
Roberta?
I think it's an improvement. I think that there could be more work, even though I know you don't see or I guess you don't see the rooftop addition in the back. I still think there could be more work done on it just in terms of design, but I think it's a good thing.
Okay. Hearing will be closed with a motion and a second. Michael Devonshire, please. Number 25. Thank you.
In the matter of 3 Rutherford Place in the Stuyvesant Square Historic District, an application to construct a rooftop addition, alter the rear facade, and reconstruct the front facade. I recommend approval, finding that the building has been highly altered. The proposed primary facade reconstruction will not eliminate significant architectural features from the building. That the building is not part of an architecturally intact row, therefore the proposed changes will not diminish the relationship of the building to the remainder of the row. That the brownstone facade has been heavily stripped and resurfaced over time, therefore the removal of resurfaced brownstone and reconstruction of the facade in precast stone with a brownstone colored finish will return the building closer to its original appearance. That the ground floor will have that the reconstructed ground floor will have a 1-story extension which has been removed, and the reconstruction of the upper floors in the same material will ensure the uniformity of the facade. That the proposed precast material will replicate the original texture, color profiles, and details of the original brownstone facade. That the proposed details, including metal cornice, profiled window surround, stoop, and door surround, are based on historic photographs. That the design of the proposed ironwork at the areaway, stoop, and parlor floor balcony is in keeping with the age, style, and type of the building. That the proposed rooftop addition will not be visible over the primary facade. That the removal of a significant portion of existing rear addition will not eliminate or damage any significant features of the building and will return the building closer to its original scale. That the rooftop addition and altered rear facade will be visible from only a narrow view corridor on East 17th Street in a disassociated view from the primary facade. That the new rear facade will be constructed in brick and will feature punched openings, maintaining the character of the existing rear facade. And the work is supportive of the special architectural and historic character of the Stuyvesant Square Historic District.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Approved, thank you. Thank you.
And then